The robber had just drawn his weapon, but unexpectedly he was spotted by a police officer. Although Nick was somewhat anxious, he still pretended to stay calm and rolled down the car window. He smiled and chatted with the officer, while tightly gripping the toy gun in his hand. Fortunately, the officer didn't get out to check. He simply told Nick that parking wasn't allowed here. Then he drove away. Although it was just a false alarm, Nick didn't feel any relief at all. On the contrary, he became even more nervous, because his accomplices were currently robbing a bank. Sure enough, the police hadn't driven far. A blue smoke grenade was thrown out. The thick smoke immediately attracted a large crowd of onlookers. There was even a patrol officer among them. Seeing this, Nick quickly put on his mask. He got ready to assist his teammates. At the same time, the patrol officer rushed into the smoke. At this moment, the robbers just wanted to leave the scene as quickly as possible, to avoid encountering the special forces. However, the police backup was incredibly fast. They had just gotten into their car, when a police car came driving toward them. In order to avoid the police car blocking their way, the robbers decisively fired a shot at the police car. In those few seconds, the distance between the two sides gradually widened. However, at this moment, the robbers couldn't afford to relax for even a second, because patrol officers were gradually arriving on the scene. At that moment, a black car appeared out of nowhere, constantly ramming into their car. Seeing this wasn't going to work, the robbers took out a smoke grenade and threw it into the black car. Only then did they narrowly escape the danger. However, the group didn't rejoice for long, as they collided head-on with a delivery truck on the side of the road. But luckily, they actually needed to change cars anyway, to avoid the police's attention. A few minutes later, the robbers parked the car at the entrance of an underground shopping mall. The area was filled with the sound of sirens. If they went out rashly, they would definitely be stopped by the police. They had no choice but to change their plan temporarily. At that moment, the group noticed the sign for the underground shopping mall. They guessed that the police probably wouldn't think of them going to a crowded place. They would choose to go somewhere with lots of people. So the four of them took the elevator down to the underground mall. To avoid drawing attention, they deliberately split up and left separately. However, they forgot that the mall was filled with surveillance cameras. Although they could avoid the police, they would easily leave behind photos. What's worse, they overlooked the fact that one of their teammates had been injured earlier. Soon, the mall's security guards discovered the blood on the floor. Will the robbers manage to escape in the end? Stay tuned to find out what happens next.